Alright, I now got my altar up, and it seems like everything is working just perfect. We are a decent amount of walls in, actually, if it loads up. Right now it is not loading up at all whatsoever, so you'll be able to see from the shot. Oh, there we are. Alright, perfect. And this one is gone. It's just that, I don't know, like, I think my server can't really handle that much pressure. I dropped like 5 gigabyte RAMs into my server, but it seems like it's still having a trouble configuring itself or something like that. But as you see, it's working fine, and you should be able to see that it could actually go 20 chunks, and it should go 20 chunks, because no matter what autocannon I release, it is always been able to go at least 20 chunks. And with a full sand in the sand compressor, as you see right there, we should be able to go at least 100 walls. That means that if you have a full buffer, you'll need to add sand for 19 more walls, which is not that bad. You can do it like have an alt up there, just skimming it in if printer is allowed, of course. And that is kind of it. So that's what I do if I use autos. If I do it solo, I like cannoning alone, because then nobody fucks up. And what I usually do is that I'm gonna leave like 4 alts skimming in sand at the top of my auto. So you'll just do that all the time through the entire wait, and I will of course give them sand in the inventory. But all in all, like, that's probably the best way you can do it. You can just keep giving them sand, and he will print it in for you. So, and I never ran out, actually. 4 alts is exactly enough. 3 is not enough. You need the 2 for each of those 2 pillars there, and it works pretty well. Yeah, works pretty well. The wet sand is of course gonna be an issue. You're gonna need the 5th alt for the wet sand, but I'm pretty sure you can do so. The 4th alt does the wet sand as well. I haven't tried it yet, but it should probably work. And you will also load the chunks, so that means that you can just leave the auto on. You can kind of go to the base wall. That is how I like to wait. I like waiting where you can do it solo with an autocannon, so it's not that bad. It's actually really fun to do it alone instead of having multiple people. Of course, when you get into the base and PvP starts to coming in, you're gonna need some help. But at cannoning, it's best off doing alone, because people might fuck up, and people might just mine out of the cannon box and then might forget one block, and people end up pulling in, and your cannon is gone and stuff like that. So it's really annoying. But all in all, a really good cannon. The 160 here is perfect. There have not been a single mistake. I tested it a few times on MineLink as well as I haven't tested it on the Arc one, but I'm gonna let you guys guess why. And I tested it on Just PvP. I tested it on Cosmic, and all the other servers we did with the 60 status. I tested them as well on all the autocannons, actually. So these should work on all those servers. 1.8 servers is probably not gonna work, because that is where you're gonna have flowing TNT into water and stuff like that. So that doesn't really work. And 1.9 and 1.10, I'm pretty sure there's something called now. It's not gonna work. So just use pure 1.7 physics for like TNT and whetstone or whatever, and it will work perfectly. But it should work on Archon. I'm pretty sure it should work on Archon. It is very similar ticks to what I use, so I can't really see why it shouldn't work. Oh, we need to move ourselves a little bit here. This is 100 walls. I'm not gonna kind of chew them all, but I'm gonna talk a little bit about it here while it just goes. You can see that it works perfectly here. If there was something wrong with the cannon, it should actually have stopped right here. We are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 30 walls ish in, and it is still working. Actually, we can go count up here. Now comes the lag. That's dangerous to go to the cannon at that. So let's just go there. So we are 23, 24 walls in right now. So it is going smooth. Nothing is fucking up. It is working 100%. It stacks all the way down to bedrock, as you saw right here, and it slaps us all the way down to bedrock. It's just that I can't really be asked to put slabs up here, because while I'm doing this video here, and I quickly need to edit it, and then I need to keep going because I have a lot of stuff to do. A lot of you guys have asked for region busters, and to be honest, I don't really release region busters that can do it in 2 shots, because there's plenty of videos out there that can show you that, how to do that with any cannon. No, what I want to do is make any cannon be able to region bust 1 shot, which is kind of challenging for me, since I haven't really tried. Region buzzer is fairly a new thing. I haven't really looked into it too much because I really don't play with servers which regions on. It's only like the Archon that have regions where I've actually played a little bit, but not too much, so don't hang me up on it. But region buzzers seems like being a big thing for you guys, so I thought I will go ahead and see if I can make a region buzz one shot. There's not really many out there. I've seen it, one on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure that was a fusion cannon. I'm not sure. But you guys wanted region busters, and that is why I'm going to try to teach myself. Probably a lot of you guys are better at region busting than me, because I haven't really looked into it. I haven't really tested it. I haven't really fired a region buster here early. I do know how to make one, but that is that's gonna be 2 shots. I do know how to make one any cannon to region bust, but you'll have to pre-stack, and then you'll have to stack again to region bust. But I don't really want that, because it just feels like you should be able to do it in one shot, and I've seen it people do it in a one shot. Now I just need to figure out how to do it without having an extra sand compressor and all that shit. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Well, I'm not spending too much time on it. As you can hear, I'm a little bit tired because I was up quite late last night because of Hypixel. Oh gosh, Hypixel made me play for like fucking 5 hours straight. And I tried that what is it called, AFC, where you kind of go in with 112 other players, and then you kind of like dig for your own shit. And I was doing that, and it was kind of fun. But then when the border was going in, I saw this guy running with full enchanted diamond on a horse, and I was like, do people really hack on fucking AFC or whatever you call it? But I guess they do, so that was kind of oh well. But I did play the new soccer game and all the other stuff. I actually haven't made a video about it, so you should probably go watch that. It's quite fun. I did some strong language just to make it a little bit more fun. But I think that's enough talked about. Anything else? Let's just count the walls here and see if you can stop the artillery. We should be at least 40 walls here. 39. Oh, that's a good count. Alright, let's just stop the cannon here. Let's just wait for the lag spike to be over here so we can actually break the right thing. I think that's it. We do it. Pretty sure we did it. Just keep firing. Really? Oh, there you go. Alright, so it is going smooth. It goes all the way down. The sand compressor, let's just go in here. There's no sand in here. The same with the sand compressor here. There's no sand, and that is why I have no slabs anywhere besides right here, where the booster of this TNT should stop the TNT right here, so it goes up. But that is just about it. I don't really have any annoying things, but I actually did another sand compressor just like this, but that is kind of where this TNT right here was kind of smoothed into this barrel here, so whenever I press the button, the TNT will fall down to that block right here, where then it will fire up. But I experienced that will be too much messy redstone, where you kind of have to build it up and stuff like that, so I kind of stopped it right there. And I feel like this is the best design for it. It does look a little bit messy, but it works 100%. I've seen autos that works 100% better, or actually, sorry, works 100. No, actually, it looks 100% better. There we go, guys. That's my English. Looks 100 times better than this one, but this one just seems like it works so much better, and that is why I keep using these. But let's just go over the stuff here, because right here we have the hammer down, and I know that a lot of you guys have seen this before, but I just want to do it again just to you guys that doesn't really have seen him actually knows how to do this. But you guys can skip this if you already heard this. But right here, you take that off and you take this one off. Right here, that will get rid of the slap burst. If you do want the slap burst disabled as well, you can disable it right here. The scatter is right here. A full tick is water walls. No ticks right here is lava and water walls. But if you want to disable it, you can do it right there. You can do it right here. It doesn't really matter. The the TNT runner right there. If you want to disable it for some reason, you can do that easily. If you want to put a left shoot on it or whatever. Spawner TNT is right there. You can hook it up. Doesn't really matter how you hook it up. You can do it like that, and then you just do like that, and then we, of course, we remove these repeaters here, and it should work just fine. But normally you would put it up earlier than that. But I guess you guys can figure something out. It's not that easy. It's almost impossible to fuck up. So I hope that's not gonna fuck up for you guys. Again, we have the same here. We have this TNT going down to this block right here. So now we need to water cover everything down here. Of course, you could water this down here. You don't really need to, but if this TNT somehow magically gets pushed this way, then it's not gonna be in any danger for this. So water everything down here as well as in here, and in here you have to break the glass. Water there, water up there. Let's just place that again, as well as the entire cannon. You can't fuck up on the cannon with watering, so just water everything, every single fucking block. You don't have to worry about water falling out of here and break the redstone, so you can water everything. Of course, the sand can stack up to 100. Why 100 right now? So that means that if you're gonna need more than that, then you'll have to refill it. But the next cannon is going to be lower down, so it's going to be easier for you guys that has to come to 119 walls to actually be able to follow along here. But all in all, this redstone here goes up and extend this one, but don't worry about that. This hammer is 2 more long than the other one. It doesn't affect that the booster here, so don't worry about that. But everything else is working just fine. You see that I messed up a little bit here. I had to move this one because of the booster and the hammer down size. So I hope that's not going to confuse some of you guys that used the other design. But all in all, it's very, very, very similar to the other design, and I don't hope that you guys will find it weird in any way. Of course, you're going to need water in here as well. So when you get in here, of course, you're going to need water in there. I'm not sure you can actually. I'm sure you can jump and actually place the water buckets if you hurry a little bit, or else you can just put the water bucket into the dispenser and just push it once and take the bucket out, the empty bucket out. But as you see, it's working fine. It's slap bust. Let me just see if I can find the slap bust right here. So it's slap bust just fine, and then we did test it down there, so we know it works at bedrock as well. But I think that's just about it. Here's the 160, and oh, before I forget, if you schema this in on your own server, sometimes some of the furnaces aren't really here, so you need to hand place them just to be sure that the cannon will actually work at the right eye level, or else the repeaters can't get in contact with the piston if you don't do that. But all in all, here's the 160 stagger. No problems at all. 110-ish walls without any issues. After that, you'll have to add power and a few ticks. But after that, that's like ridiculous, because only bases have a 20 buffer limit on almost all servers. You should be just fine. You don't need to change anything to raid somebody. But here it is. Here's the 160 stack. And if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to like the video, and as well as comment down below for any issues or comments, or report how good it is, or whatever you guys want to do. Just show your support as subscribing to my channel. That really helps a lot as well. But I think that's just about it. My name is Dexter, and I'm out.